My name is Jess and welcome to the Storyteller Fox. Come along and listen to read aloud books, be it for bedtime, story time, or simply to read along.
What do you think it is like to be happy? Well, what can you see in the front picture of this book? I can see a girl that looks so happy, and the title says Joy. Well, I wonder what this book is all about. Let's get started and read it. It's by Corinne Avaris and Isabel Folleth. Joy. Joy. By Corinne Avaris and Isabel Folleth. Fern loved Nana. She loved her butterfly cakes, her mantelpiece mice, and her cat, Snowball. Most of all, she loved her smile. But recently, Nana had stopped baking cakes. The mice were dusty and Snowball was more like a ball of fuzz. Worst of all, Nana hardly ever smiled. "What's wrong with Nana?" Fern asked her mum. "I don't know," Mum replied. "It's like the joy has gone out of her life." "What's joy?" asked Fern. "Joy is what makes your heart happy and your eyes twinkle. Like when we all do dancing after dinner, or when I get the giggles with Ernie, or when I go whooshing down a slide." "Yes, a lovely big whoosh," said Mum. Nana deserved some whoosh, thought Fern, and if the joy had gone out of Nana's life, then she would bring it back. But where would Fern find it? And how would she carry it to Nana? She searched the house for a catching kit. A tin, a paper bag, a saucepan, a box with no lid, a lid with no box, a fishing net, and a pointy stick. Into Fern's catching bag it all went. That afternoon, Fern and her mum set off for the park. There would be plenty of joy there. No one would mind if she borrowed some for Nana. A puppy bounded towards Fern, its floppy ears flying up and down. "Bounce, bounce, bounce," Fern giggled. She felt the whoosh of joy. She tried to catch the bounce, but the bounce wouldn't go in the box. On the swing, a baby chuckled each time her daddy tickled her feet. Tickle, tickle, chuckle, chuckle. Fern chuckled too. She felt the whoosh of joy. She tried to catch the chuckles. Then she tried to catch the tickles. But neither the chuckles nor the tickles would go in the tin. When Fern reached the duck pond, a shimmer of sun sparkles rippled across the water. Fern smiled. She felt the whoosh of joy. Nana would love this, she thought. She tried to catch the sparkles, first with her fishing net, then with her paper bag, finally with a scoop from her saucepan. But the sparkles just disappeared. Finding joy was easy, but catching it was hard. Fern walked home with heavy feet. She loved Nana and wanted to bring joy back into her life. But her catching bag was empty. Nana was snoozing in her chair. Fern laid her head on her arm. "What's the matter?" asked Nana. "I wanted to catch some joy for you, but I couldn't," said Fern sadly. Fern told Nana about all the things she had seen. To Fern's surprise, Nana smiled. It was the biggest, widest whoosh of a smile Fern had ever seen. "You don't need a tin or a box or a net to bring me joy," Nana said. "You bring me all the joy in the world just by being you." The next day, Fern took Nana to the park. Whoosh! Together, they found joy in the most unusual places. And this time, Fern's catching bag was full to the brim with Nana's delicious butterfly cakes. Isn't that so lovely? The end. How did you like the story? Wasn't that a wonderful story of finding joy, of finding happiness? Happiness could just be around the corner. It could also be, you could also be surrounded by joy, but not notice it. This is such a beautiful book. Mr. Gumpy's Rhino by John Birmingham. Mr. Gumpy's Rhino, John Birmingham. That's the rhino. Mr. Gumpy was travelling in Africa. When he came across something very sad, there was a baby rhinoceros who had lost his mother and father. Somebody had taken their horns away. Oh! The rhino looks like it's crying. Quite sad. Mr. Gumpy knew that the baby rhino needed milk. Mr. Gumpy had some milk, but not enough for a rhino. He managed to buy more milk from some Bedouins who lived in the desert, but it wasn't enough. Mr. Gumpy drove through the night because it was so hot in the day. "I am going to call you Charlie," he said to the rhino. Mr. Gumpy and Charlie arrived at the port and drove their car on to the boat. Boat says Casablanca. Where do you think they are going? They were both very tired and soon fell asleep. The next morning, Mr. Gumpy was able to get lots of milk and bunches of lettuce for the rhino. At last, Mr. Gumpy was back in his own house. Already, he was finding it difficult to get enough food for Charlie, who was growing fast. Mr. Gumpy decided to take Charlie to see the children at the school. He told the teacher and the children about needing more food for Charlie. "That rhino should be working for the local council, eating all the grass and leaves at the side of the road," said a boy. Mr. Gumpy thought that was a good idea. The council gave Charlie a special jacket to wear, and he started work at the side of the road. He loved his jacket and eating the grass. They also gave him a sign that said, "Take care, rhino at work." That's the sign there in the road. Every summer term, the children went to the seaside for a trip on a boat. They all looked forward to this. But this year, the traffic was terrible and the bus got stuck. They thought that they were going to miss the boat. Charlie could take us if only he were here. Look, Charlie is coming, they said. Where do you think you can spot Charlie? Can you see him anywhere? Does that look like Charlie under the tree over here? All the children got out of the bus and climbed onto Charlie. Charlie didn't need a road. He charged through the hedges in a straight line towards the sea. They got to the beach and could see that the boat had already left, but Charlie did not stop. Charlie went into the water and got to the boat. The children were able to climb aboard. Hooray for Charlie! Do you think they had fun? Charlie is a good rhino. He likes his work and living with Mr. Grumpy. Sometimes, when he feels a bit naughty, he rolls in the mud. Or, when nobody's looking, he eats the flowers. Isn't this such a simple book that teaches us lots of things? That's having empathy towards animals, taking care of animals, and also sharing love. Just like what Mr. Gumpy did in his adventure. He brought home a rhino and decided to take care of it. Isn't that very lovely? If you found a lost animal on the road or on your way to school, what would you do?